Hello, day 20. I'm supposed to be doing working out, but I didn't get to it. So I'm walking. It's cold and it's raining. So I might make this pretty short, because if I don't, everything might get wet. It's only lightly spitting, so hopefully it doesn't ruin anything. Something hit me today. I couldn't get motivated to do anything. I tried to do a bunch of computer stuff, because I run servers and sysadmin stuff and whatever else. And I just ran around in loops because I couldn't solve whatever I was trying to solve. It just didn't. My brain didn't want to work. And because I ran around in circles, because my fucking autistic brain couldn't move on from what was, what the problem was. I spent 8 hours trying to problem solve that while looking after mum, so I just feel defeated today because I couldn't get anything really done and my teeth are hurting. Fuck. Anyway, I think I need to just strip things back to the bare. I'm getting too convoluted with my goals. So my goal was to work at or do something every day for at least 30 days. I'm 20 days in and I've taken 1 day off. And I made up for the next day, and I know that that's not how this works, but I did. So I've taken 1 day off, but in the 20 days, I need to focus on that, and I'm kind of ramping up myself to. Oh, it's cold. I'm ramping myself up to do. I'm like learning, the 531 stuff, the exercise book, and I'm learning diet stuff, and I'm learning all this stuff, and I'm getting a bit like I don't want to implement what I'm learning on the fly. I want to learn what I'm learning and then come up with a structure and a plan and then implement it after that. Because I said in earlier videos that I've done that too much in my life, where I've kind of sacrificed because I didn't have the time to really get into things. I kind of skimmed or learnt something. I skimmed or learned something, and then I didn't really, I just implemented like, someone else's routine or someone else's whatever. I just copied it. I didn't really implement it and really do it for myself. And I don't want to do that anymore. So, but I need to pull back somewhere. I need to pull back on working out. I need to pull back on reading, or I need to pull back on something, because I'm reading into the night when I'm supposed to be sleeping, and then it's affecting my sleep. I'm stressed about Dad in general. I mean, he just went to the hospital because he was constipated, but he didn't know he was constipated. He thought his life was falling apart, and the cancer came back, and I don't know, all of this stuff. And everybody thought all of this stuff, and everybody's worried, the family's all worried, and he's not really doing anything proactive about it. And it compounds and makes it worse, these things. That's kind of hanging over everything. I've got a whole heap of work stuff to do for him too. Computer stuff, setting up printers and networks and all of that business, which I'm really struggling to find the time to do that stuff and do all this other stuff. So it's either I put it on hold, I put the working out on hold and I go and do this, or I say no, I'm prioritising this for the next 10 days, the next 2 weeks. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm exhausted. So I have been for a good part of a week now, and I am probably under eating. I probably need to eat some more food. Which is probably resulting in me being more tired than I should be. I'm also just like, the tank is empty. I'm like kind of just kicking the tank to get a bit more fuel out of myself. Or kicking that, I'm just kind of like doing a little bit of just a little bit more, and I'll just a little bit more exercises, a little bit more, but I kind of know that I'm just exhausted, and I don't know if I can commit to doing a cycle of 5-3-1, which is 4 weeks of pretty intensive working out, when I'm kind of this burnt out. But it's like, what do? I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop looking after Mum. I can't stop living life. So what do? Where do I find the energy? I can't hit that reset button like most people can and just like strip everything away and go on a holiday for 2 weeks. And I can just muddle through, but I'm really sick of muddling through. I really want to make progress. I really want to get the body I've always wanted, and get the, I don't know, all the other things that I've got going on. So I was doing some research on burnout and how to combat burnout, and like all of the recommendations is take 2 weeks off. Take 2 weeks off from everything. Hit the hard reset button, write down all the things that you want to change in your life, implement things on how to change it in the next 2 weeks, or in the 2 weeks that you take off, and then when you get back to it, you implement those things. But it's like, oh, okay, well, what about if you can't take 2 weeks off? Then you write down all these things, and then you get overwhelmed really quickly because you can't implement them. And you just half-ass them, or you just do one of the 10 things, and then it doesn't really pay off. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'm very disappointed in myself today. I didn't kick my ass enough today, and all I wanted to do was just take some painkillers and go to bed. Maybe these teeth are bugging me more than I thought, because I was just thinking, I'll just, I'm getting by. They flare up every now and again. They get pretty painful. It's always painful when you eat. But I was getting by. But it just took the wind out of my sails today. So, it is what it is. I mean, I can't really do anything about it. Ooh, it's cold and wet. I'll get back to it tomorrow. It'll be Sunday tomorrow, and I'll try and finish off doing lower body tomorrow, and then I can kick into next week doing squats again. So we'll go from there. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, or whenever I make the video next. It'll be tomorrow.